Yo, what culture? It's me, Simon Miller, and Happy New Year. I hope that you had an amazing 12 months and that the next 12 months, 2018, is the best damn year of your life. I hope it's filled with love, cheer, and success, because you're all lovely people and you all deserve it. During this period, it also does seem likely that we're going to see the arrival in WWE of War Machine, and that's something to be damn excited about. However, I think that War Machine should skip NXT altogether. Why? Here's why. Now, if you aren't familiar with War Machine's work, all you need to know is that they have travelled and wrestled all around the world, and they've been absolutely amazing no matter where they've been. Ring of Honor, loads of indies, including WCPW, which of course is now Defiant Wrestling, and they've been whipping ass in New Japan, which is where they'll have their last pre-WWE match, where they will feature on the Wrestle Kingdom 12 card. In short though, all you do need to know is that they have amazing matches week in, week out, and they throw the rule book out the window in terms of what you'd expect when you see these two guys. They look like brutes, and they can brute you, which is not a term, but they're also really athletic and can fly around the place. That means they're unique in the modern pro wrestling world, and that is so important in 2018. It also means that Hanson and Rowe are already the finished product, so we don't need to waste any time putting them through the NXT system just because that's something that we have to do. They're ready for the WWE main roster, so let's keep things simple and put them on the WWE main roster. And don't get me wrong, this is nothing against NXT. I think more often than not, NXT does serve as a good gateway when you do arrive in World Wrestling Entertainment. And I hate saying the huge name, because it makes the whole company sound ridiculous. However, there is a reason for it, but we should take it on a case-by-case basis. And if that is the case, War Machine don't need it. They don't know it. What are they going to do in NXT? Someone's going to teach them where the hard camera is? They know where the damn hard camera is. And let's face it, if WWE are bringing them in to change them or try and water down what they do, then you may as well not do it, because the whole reason here is that what the two do is separate and different to what everybody else is doing. And if you want to water that down and change that, you're not going to get the most out of the team. They're a rough and tumble pair who can go against anybody. They don't need time to develop. They're already developed. Let's just pull the damn trigger already. And also, genuinely, given the teams that WWE does have on its main roster in 2018, this could very well be a year where, if the right attention is paid to it, the tag team division finally becomes important once again. And if nothing else, we've got Aiden English and Rusev, and they could turn the whole scene on their head by themselves. However, a lot of that good stuff is happening on SmackDown, so maybe it is to Raw where we need to turn our heads. The Bar are great, but they need new opponents, and if we are going to go all in with Seth Rollins and Jason Jordan, I'm not sure how I feel about that, but we'll talk about that another time, well, both need more opponents. You cannot have those two keep going at it, especially because we've seen it 64,792 times, and that's a fact. I did the maths. I sat down there, I sat on this sofa, which you can't see and may not even exist, and I watched them all. And that was the final count. And after that, we do get a bit stuck where it comes to teams, and we do have the club, but look how they've been treated over the last few weeks. However, they can always be revived. Talking about being revived, we've got the Revival, and they've just come back. And hell, once you're all done with the Bray Wyatt, Woke, and Matt Hardy food, put them together. Bray Wyatt needs something new, and I think that would be a hilarious team. And if you want to throw one hell of a dominant force into that mix, well then that's why War Machine exists. They can enter the fray, you can get all these other teams revved up, and all of a sudden Raw's tag team division looks pretty darn special. And if you don't want to do that, then screw it. Just take all the teams and make them exclusive to SmackDown. Make the tag team division something you can only see on Tuesday nights. And then WWE, you can do what I know you're desperate to do, which would of course be War Machine versus the Bludgeon Brothers. That would just be four big dudes going crazy, and regardless what you think about the Bludgeon Brothers gimmick, and remember, it's awesome and a lot of fun, and I love it, but also Luke Harper and Eric Rowan are really good, especially Luke Harper, and I genuinely think if they're given the time and they're given the story, that War Machine versus the Bludgeon Brothers could actually be some of the best damn wrestling we see throughout the entire year. And that is hyperbole up your ass, but I stick by it. The point is, we don't need to muck around and waste time with someone that has the experience that War Machine does. And also, if you put them on NXT, you're just taking up a spot on NXT for some proper new talent to have time to develop and progress, so that maybe in a year's time, they're ready for the main roster too. You see what I'm doing here? I'm being productive. I'm being efficient. And efficiency is sometimes lost in the world of pro wrestling. I always see the new year as an opportunity to hit reset on something and start again. So let's do that with the tag team division. Let's make one of our goals in WWE for the next 12 months to make the tag team division and the tag team titles, be that on Raw or SmackDown, some of the most important assets in the entire company. And then it doesn't matter which brand you put them on, because they'll just fit in wonderfully and they'll add to the depth that you're trying to build up. And I know it would be great to see them go against like someone of the Authors of Pain, but let's face it, the Authors of Pain are blatantly going to be on Raw and SmackDown before long. And then there's loads of other options as well. You've got the Usos, you've got the New Day, and you do have Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin. And while they're often booked badly, they are a great team. Chad Gable especially is incredible. So the bottom line is that NXT doesn't have to be a hub for everyone. I mean, why are you bringing them in, WWE? Why are you bringing them in? Because you want to have great matches. Well, don't put the great matches on NXT. Have hundreds of thousands more people see those great matches on the main roster. Hashtag great matches. And if you are worried about the main audience not knowing who they are, that's what vignettes are for, and we don't use vignettes enough. Remember back in the day when Razor Ramon had loads of vignettes and he turned up and I thought, oh, he must be a big deal. He had loads of vignettes. And yeah, sure, we've done it with people like Carlito too, and that didn't work as well, but it still established who they were before they arrived, so you can do that. Once again, they don't have to go through your developmental system. I just don't think we need to stand on circumstances because that's the way things are done. That's not how things are done. You choose how things are done. War Machine are primed and ready. Please, please, for the love of everything, don't make them go through that rigmarole. Whether or not this does happen, I do not know, but fingers crossed, let's just hope that WWE doesn't change War Machine. We don't need that. We don't need another watered-down version of something we've seen do so well on the indie scene. Because really, they would be the perfect way to take this division by the horns and ride it into the sunset. I don't know who does that. Who sits on a bull, I guess, in this instance, grabs its horn and ride off into the sunset? I mean, that's a waste of time. That bull ain't going to stop. How are you going to get home? And also, while I am ranting and raving about the tag team division, let's push Heath Slater and Rhino too. No idea why I've chosen this moment to back those two. I just like Rhino. Rhino makes me laugh. I think he's quite funny, and I don't know why. So let's do it. Let's do it. Heath Slater, Rhino, tag team champions in 2018. War Machine, kick his ass. Let's pick up Authors of Pain, throw them on there, make Aiden English and Rusev somehow the WWE champions. Don't know how you're going to do that. But let's do it all. Let's go crazy. Let's make 2018 a wonderful occasion for us all. That was too much gesticulating. Even I thought that was too much. Bring it back. Now, don't forget to leave a comment below and let us know what you think about War Machine on NXT or on the main roster. Like, share, and subscribe. Head over to whatculture.com and read some articles. Follow What Culture on Twitter at WhatCultureWWE. My name is Simon from What Culture. Thank you for joining me, and yes, you know it, I'll talk to you again soon. Why'd I hit myself there? That was weird.
Hello there, you've made it all the way to the end of the video, and as part of my designated 18 hours of community service, I'm here to tell you that we have a number of other channels available for you to subscribe to, as well as other slightly, possibly not related videos for you to watch. So please do one of the things to my left or right, otherwise I have to pick up leaves on the roadside.